Coach David Buchanan. Coach Chuck Smith. Two legendary high school football coaches. This is the Coach's Office, a behind-the-scenes look at Kentucky high school football.
Welcome to the Coach's Office, behind the scenes with Chuck Smith and David Buchanan. We have a special episode tonight. It's the Marvin Dantzler special episode, and something happened, and it was all over social media. All the high school coaches are talking about what could have possibly happened with Coach Dantzler and with Louisville Central. They're all texting back and forth. I've been in some of them coaches' offices. They want to know, all of them are speculating on what could have possibly happened. So David and I decided to have Coach come on and kind of clear the air, so to speak. And, as far as Coach Dantzler goes, I think he's well respected across the state of Kentucky. Most everybody knows him. He led Louisville Central to the 2018 state championship. He's kept Louisville Central in the state championship conversation every year that he's coached. They're always been in the conversation and the hunt. He's just done a terrific job with the Louisville Central program since he took over. I think he took over in 2017. He won the state championship in 2018. He's commonly in the final, the fourth round, third round, fourth round, that's so to speak. He's really known for playing anybody and everybody. I think he's played everybody in the state of Kentucky except for maybe the University of Kentucky and the University of Louisville. But he plays that kind of a schedule because he believes that helps his kids get to the state championship game. And anyway, we wanted to bring him on so that he can have a chance to kind of clear the air. David?
Yeah, I'm really excited to have Coach Dantzler on. I don't necessarily like the circumstances, but we started doing OTAs together back when I was at Mercer, and which is 7-on-7, but also some things for the linemen and kicking game and stuff. And Chuck, you can understand this better than anybody. The older I get, there's not many folks that I really get along with anymore and sort of work with. But, man, Marvin can put up with me. We've been working together now 8-9 years, and it's been a great experience, our two programs working together and working with Marvin. So, hey, Marvin, man, thank you so much for being willing to do this and making time for it.
I appreciate it.
Well, hey, so if you would, Coach, tell us what happened at the DeSales game that sort of got things rolling here. What happened?
Well, I think, anytime you're in a program, and you guys know, I was sitting around today and I was talking to a student in my classroom, and I said, I'm going to say this when I get on the show. I said, there's a price that comes with success.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are not willing to pay that bill. And I think that's where we're at. Like, we've won so much that, now it's come to a place of entitlement. And people don't understand there's a price. Like, that was a very important game. And I'm okay with it because we won it and we got to host a whole playoff game. And so I'm okay with that part of it. But I don't think, like, as far as the people that were around me understood the magnitude of what was at stake in the football game. They was just more concerned with the logistics that was going on. So, I always believe that. And that's something that I always, no matter what I'm coaching, I just think there's a price, there's a heavy price that comes with winning. And you got to have everybody in alignment to do it.
Yeah. So Marvin, and you don't have to answer any questions you don't want to, but I'm one of those guys who really don't know really what happened. It was
right.
Some kind of confrontation.
Yeah, it started with not, and I have no problem with our band. Let's get that clear. I think the world of the kids and the people that run it, but there are rules, and depending on who's officiating, some people let you play, some people don't. So the official was very clear from the beginning that they have to stop playing, and it went on and on and on the entire game. Eventually, we get a flag. Well, getting a flag don't sit well with me, and then when I'm the one that has to go deal with it, that doesn't make it even better. So that was kind of the, I call it, I guess, if I'm a history major, taught history, I guess that would be like the shot heard around Central, because once I go deal with the band, now I don't sit well with my administration, and so then coming off the field, me and the principal had a little ordeal. Which I was okay with that, because at the same time, I felt like I didn't do anything wrong. They shouldn't have been playing.
Yeah. I don't, I have trouble understanding why officials are penalizing the football team for something happening in the stands. That kind of bothers me a little bit too. But
oh, yeah. But
it's
it's always been a rule. We almost got one in the state championship game.
Yeah.
So they'll warn you and they'll tell you, but it is a rule. And unfortunate, that's a situation as a coach. I'm not the band director. I can't control the people up there. I'm coaching the team. So, it was just one of those things, unfortunate situation, when you get into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Coach, do you have any regrets in regards to your time at Louisville Central?
Oh, no. I was okay. Sometimes, and I'm sure you guys have been around for a while, you can almost be lowered to a fault. I'm so close to the, I love it. I will always love Louisville Central, especially the kids and the community and what they've done for me and my family. But, the program was changing and Coach Dantzler wasn't changing. And that's kind of where you kind of start to create the spacing. We're not getting the same, even though we're not getting the same caliber of kids. We're having a lot of changes in our building, and all change is not bad. I wasn't going to change how I do things.
Yeah. Yeah. I love your sayings anyway, because I listen to some of the stuff you post, but you choose to do the hard right over the easy wrong.
Correct. Absolutely. Yes.
So, hey, I'm glad you talked though how you're still gonna love Louisville Central and your time there. So, what's your favorite memory from your time at Central? What's your favorite accomplishment that you got to do while you were the head football coach at Central?
Oh man, we had a lot of them, man. I mean, you could go, of course, you win a state championship. The first game we beat, I didn't know it at that point, but they hadn't beaten DuPont Manual in a while. Very few coaches get to win the first game and the last game. So, so it, when you get into it, it's a lot. But I would say probably Belfry 2017, because I knew what it meant to Central. Belfry and Central had so many wars. And, when I got there, that was the last team to beat Ty Scroggins when he was the head coach. And for me to be able to go in, and I put everything I could into that game, and I was ready for it. And for us to be able to go and play like we did that night, I've never seen us play like that ever, in the 9 years I was there. We played with our hairs on fire when we played Belfry in 2017.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
Well, Marvin, what's next for Marvin Dantzler?
Oh, I'm still going to be here in Kentucky. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to coach again. The thing is, Chuck, it's kind of tricky with my kid being, going through the recruiting process and things of that nature. Like, do you really want to run a program, or do you want to just go be a coordinator or assistant? Mm-hmm. And then I get to enjoy watching him play.
Yeah.
That's kind of decision making that I have to make. Or do I just sit back? I don't know if I sit back. I don't know if it's in my blood to just sit back. But do I just sit back and just try to enjoy? But I could see myself going somewhere where I really like it and something like that. And just not even run a program, get back into head coaching after he's done.
Yeah.
But right now, it's a lot going on with trying to go through his recruitment, watch him go there and, go off to college. you know, you don't know when them games are going to be scheduled.
That's
So
right.
you get it. You have to think the big picture of that nature. But, you know, I think I offer a lot to, you know, a lot of programs, especially somebody who's trying to get over the hump. And you need to stop somebody. You know, my number's available.
Oh, I don't think you're going to have any trouble. Your trouble is picking which school you want to go to. I think your phone is going to blow up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, well, and I was looking forward to. We were going to bring the Bearcats to Central this summer, but
Right.
hey, you land somewhere else, we may show up wherever you are. Okay.
Yeah, that
So,
sounds great to me.
But I've really enjoyed. I've enjoyed our programs working together, and I wish it wasn't true, but there's the people I get along with. The numbers dwindling rapidly, and I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for your friendship. I'm thankful that. I mean, really, one of the favorite days of the year for me is when we would work together. So, man, I appreciate you, and I'm excited about what God's got ahead for you. I know it's going to be good, and hey, thank you. And one thing about it, I feel like saying to you, hey, you keep being you, but I don't think that's a concern. I think you're always going to be you, and I think that's great. I do. I'm glad.
Marvin will take one day at a time and win that day.
There you go. I appreciate it. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Good luck to you, man.
Hey, appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming on here and sharing this. We really appreciate it. It'll mean a lot to our listeners also.
You're welcome.